Hello to everyone and welcome on this YouTube channel. So today we are going to work on project 2, which is computer network. Good. So I'm going to explain you this small project which is very interesting and very easy for ordinary level computer science. Good. So the first thing is so before doing this project, make sure you have studied the chapter network. Very important. Good. But I'm going to explain everything here. It's very easy. So, but when you have studied the chapter, it becomes again very easy for you because you'll be understanding everything completely. Good. So let us start by defining what's a network. In fact, so a network is just interconnection of things. This is what we call network. Now, if I bring in the concept of computer now, where you can ask what's computer network, in that case you are going to say interconnection of two or more devices with the main aim of doing what? Why are we connecting those devices? With the main aim of sharing resources and exchanging information. Good. So now the aim of this project, let me tell you what we are going to do here. The aim of this project is to connect two computers using a cable. So let me move to this image. I hope it is clear here. You see, so I'm having one computer, another computer. I'm going to connect them using a cable. And if I connect them, this is already a network, because remember that a network is an interconnection of two or more. So this is already two computers, so it's already a network. Good. So since people are still in ordinary level, I do not want to complicate by creating a network with many computers. That's why I've took the minimum, which is two. Good. So that we can connect them directly using a cable. Yeah, so I did that so that we can avoid talking about switch and all those things here. So that one is concerning advanced level. So for here, you don't need to know that. Good. In fact, you need to know the use of all those network devices, but at the level of this project, you don't really need to mention those devices here. Good. So let us just read introduction. So this project is about connecting two computers directly using a network cable. Exactly what I was explaining. So if you look at this image, you see one computer, another computer, we connect them directly using a cable. Now, this setup allows the computer to share file and communicate with each other without need of router or switch. Exactly, because we can only use a router or a switch when we are already having a network with many computers. If we are only having two computers, we don't really need them. Good. So I hope the introduction is clear. Now, what's the goal? The goal is to connect two computers using Ethernet cable. In fact, those cables you are seeing here that we are using to connect those computers, we call them Ethernet cable. So please know that very well. Ethernet cable. Good. Okay. To enable Ethernet cable to enable file sharing and communication between them is exactly from like what I say from the definition. So the aim of connecting computers is for either sharing information or exchanging information, either sharing resources or exchanging information. Very nice. Good. So this already I think it's 3 p.m. in the morning, so I did not sleep. So okay. Design. Now the design is as what you're supposed to do, remember. So the design here is first point, equipment we need. We just need two computers and one cable. So Ethernet cable, because we are calling it like that. Now setup means how you're going to do it. So both computers will be connected using the cable. It's exactly that. Let me move to the image and explain. So the first thing is, this is how the cable is looking. So this image I'm putting is not for nothing. It's because this is a project. I mean, this is a thing we are supposed to do normally. You see, good. So if I'm putting this image, is so that at least you know exactly how the thing is in reality. So that the day you'll be seeing the thing outside there, at least you can recall that, okay, this is an Ethernet cable user to connect computer in network. Now, where is the port of the computer? So you are using which port in the computer to plug this Ethernet cable? So this is it here. So I hope the image is clear. Good. So if you're having a computer and you are seeing this type of port there, just know that it's for Ethernet cable. So cable for internet connection. Nice. So there is clear. So both computers will be connected using Ethernet cable. Good. The network setting on both computer will be adjusted for file sharing. Exactly. Don't think that when I'm going to plug one end of the cable maybe on computer A, plug the other end on computer B, they are going to communicate directly. No, I need to make configuration. Meaning I'm the one making the configuration so that they can communicate. So that is why at the level of setup, after saying that you connect cable, the next thing to say yes what is to make configuration. Good. Those configuration we call it network setting. Good. So we are doing that so that they can be communicating and sharing information. Now for the implementation, you are just saying what you did. So what you did here is I connected the Ethernet cable between the I connected the network cable to the network ports of both computer. So it's very clear that all those computers having this port here. So you are supposed to plug it there. So it's very easy. I set up file sharing on both computer to allow files to allow transferring file. Yeah. So at this level, you are just saying that you make the different configuration. Good. Now, the different configuration means that when you're having a file in your computer, you see, you are the one that are making some action on those files so that they can be shared with others' computer. You see, I can be having my file in my computer and I block the sharing part. Meaning that file is not possible to share it with another person, even if we are in the same network. Meaning that just to tell you that we can be in the same network, we can create a network, but that network we are not using it to share maybe file because we have blocked that functionality. Good. So here it simply means that you enable the functionality of file sharing. Next now is what is to configure IP address. What the use of IP address? Let me explain. It's very easy. IP address are like the ID card of a person. ID card simply means what we are using to identify a person. It's the same thing. ID card now, IP address is what we are using to represent computers in a network. Very important, because when you're out of a network already, surely you are going to use IP address to represent you, but the IP address can change in fact. But when you are in a particular network, you are having an IP address in that network. Good. When you go out of the network, you go to another network. There you have another IP address. So just know that in a network, we are identifying you using an IP address. Let me take another example. It's like in school. In school, you people are having matricule, I think, yes. So in your school, they are going to identify you using your matricule. If you change school, it's very clear that in that other school where you are going, you'll be having another matricule there. You see, just to tell you that in each school where you are, they are going to identify you using your matricule. It's exactly the same thing here. If a computer is in a network, look at a network like a school, and maybe all the students inside that school is like computers. You see, it's exactly that. So now those computers, we are identifying them using what we call IP address. Good. So since here we have created one network, and in that network we are having two computers, so we need to configure one IP address for the computer 1 and another IP address for computer 2, so that we can identify them in the network we are creating here. I think I've explained it very clearly. Good. So that's why I'm saying that I gave both computers IP address to make sure they could communicate with each other. Exactly. Just to tell you that we must identify a computer before it communicate. Now the testing part, I check if both computers were able to communicate. Good. I tested file sharing. It's exactly that, in fact, the aim. Meaning that you are supposed to test whether they are able to communicate and whether they are able to share resources. Now, conclusion. Remember the conclusion, you are giving your problem and you are saying what you have learned. So here, the project was successful. The two computers are now connected and can share file. The hardest part was setting up the network setting correctly. This setup is useful for small tasks where you just need to connect two computers quickly, and it's true, because if I'm having like 100 tasks, you see that 100 tasks for two computers only is small. So in that case, you need a large network that can handle all those tasks. So this is just a small network, in fact, for small tasks. Good. So I hope you have enjoyed the video. So this document is free. So if you need a document, just contact me. Let me send it to you, and you can print it in your report and your mini project report. Good. So see you in the next video. Bye bye. Don't forget to like the video, comment the video, and share it to your friend. So thank you and goodbye.